Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope all you guys are doing well today. I wanted to make a video. I want this to be my affirmation video that Darren's talked about, where it's essentially your checklist of a perfect trade. Something that you can look over in the morning and kind of reinforce it in your mind. This is what I'm looking for today, and just getting that, watching the video over and over again, day by day. You'll start to see these trades happen more and more often because you're training yourself to see them. So I haven't been trading the last 2 days. I've been kind of sick. I didn't trade today at all, but I saw a couple trades that were just picture perfect on gold and on MES. So I thought I'd make the video today. Why not? So here we have the checklist of what I'm looking for. It's in no particular order. I do think some of these are more prioritized, or some of them are more important than others, but I kind of just wrote them in whatever came to mind. So I mean, obviously I'd say the most important is 3 CR in direction of bias, and I'd say even only on the lower time frame, just to be more exact, because sometimes you don't always have you don't have a 3 CR on the higher time frames, but the trades are there. It's not necessary, but on the lower time frames I do need them completed. So 3 CR in direction of bias, which means whatever, if we're looking to go short, we got to have a 3 CR going short. RSI trigger, we have our 3 triggers: bust, pullback, break, and close, a volume bomb, and the momentum break of 20. So we need to see one of those in order to take the trade. Close below the dragon. This one is really important. I just started doing this recently. I started watching this, and it's incredible how important the dragon is, and how just how useful it is. Waiting for the close below the dragon. It's really I think it's one of the more important things as well. Pullback after 3 CR, because at what a 3 CR is let me do this real quick. Let's see if we have our let's do red pen. 3 CR is essentially a trend. So we have our 1, 2, 3, and once the 3 is the completion, or actually, excuse me, this is our 1, this is our 2, this is our 3 being the close below the 3 CR. 4 and 5 is 4 is our accumulation phase, distribution, or whatever, and 5 is our profit taking move. Then this is where we want to be involved. So always look for a pullback after the 3 CR. This is very important. You'll just see the quality of trades are massively better if you're waiting for your pullbacks. And sometimes these pullbacks will continue, and it'll actually prevent you from getting into a trade that might not have worked if you took it on the third swing or right after the 3 CR. So waiting for the pullback, very important. Clear space to trade through. I sound like a broken record, but clear space to trade through is so important as well, because if you're trading in a support and resistance, you're just going to get caught up in chop and you're going to get stopped out. Divergence, descending momentum. I want to see, before I actually enter the trade, I want to make sure that momentum is dying out to the other side. That way when I enter and I grab that momentum, it's actually a true reversal. Growing momentum in our direction, these go hand in hand. Make sure you see momentum going in your direction. If it's not, it's more than likely not the right trade. And higher time frames agree with direction. So if we're looking to go short, make sure all the higher time frames are also agreeing that you're looking to grab a short. So with all that, I'll come back to this and point it out, but let's go through our trade. And I know it seems like it might be a lot, but once you understand a lot of this and why we're looking for these, it kind of becomes second nature. So here we go on gold. This was this morning. We had a 3 CR over here. I had this marked up, and it's funny because I was looking to take this short, but somewhere around here, I wasn't feeling good, so I had to walk away from the computer. But man, was this a beautiful trade. So we had descending momentum. We had growing momentum in our direction. We had a 3CR. We had the close below the dragon here. We had a pullback. We had clear space to trade through. So the way I've been marking up my levels is looking at the 1 hour and the 4 hour chart. So you can see here, basically in between the lines are all zones. So whether it's from here to here, that's a zone that you can trade through, or through the purple, this is a zone you can trade through. So when we closed below the below the dragon, we had already gotten a pullback. We had already had our 3CR. We had a bus pullback break and close here. So all of our triggers were in alignment. We had the higher time frames agreeing with us. You could see it was starting to flip over on all the time frames. So you could have grabbed it from here. Once this closed, next candle open, take it there. 16 pips. That's a trade. And look where it tested that first area of support. Amazing. Next couple minutes, next couple candles, pulls back again, breaks through. Once it broke this support, the next area to trade through is from, let me take this off, from here to here. You could have traded it again from zone to zone. 24 pips, clear space to trade through. Perfect. And if you really wanted to, there was even another trade here potentially with the growing momentum. But these were the trades right here, the nicest trades, and they were just laid out for you. You had everything on the checklist that we're looking for here was all on here. This was some really nice trades on gold. Great. I was really happy to see that. MES, same thing, but other direction. We were actually looking to grab these long. So again, let's go over it. We had a 3CR in our direction here. You can see we had descending momentum. It was starting to fall off, and then we had growing momentum in our direction. We had a close above the dragon. We had a pullback, and it was actually, look where it pulled back to again, support. Because look at the higher time frames. We had this area here that's been tested 1, 2, 3 times. So we're not trying to trade into that. We want to trade above it. You want to be above the sellers. So once we got above this area, of course it came back and pulled back and tested it. And then next candle over. Once this turned bullish, I would have grabbed it and then set my stop right below here. And you would have just been able to trade it up to the next support. Up to the next resistance, excuse me, all the way up here. 32 pips. That's really good. On MES, 32 pips. That's a great trade right there. You would have been done in one candle. 32 pips. And you had, again, we had our bias. We had a bust pullback and break on the higher, on the 1 hour. We had a volume bomb on the 30-minute. Break of the 20 level on the 15-minute. And a volume bomb. We had a break of the 20 level on the 5-minute. I mean, everything was green with us. We had our 3CR. We got a pullback, close above the dragon, clear space to trade through. Everything was just lined up. Just a beautiful, beautiful trade. And again, over here, once it broke above this resistance and it pulled back, you potentially could have traded it again as the momentum was growing. We were starting to fall off a little bit, but on the higher time frames, as long as these are still increasing, I still think it's worth taking a trade, even though it's a little descending here. But yeah, those were two really nice opportunities today. Both were basically my perfect trades of what I would like to look for. So I'm gonna try and watch this, or I'm not gonna try. I'm gonna watch this video every morning, and if this helps you guys, then that makes me happy. I just wanted to put this out here and make it public. If any of you guys are trading the same way with 3CR and everything, I think this could be real helpful to watch. But yeah, guys, I'm just gonna end it there, make it short and sweet. Let me know how you guys are doing. Real happy to help. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Yeah, and on that note, I'm gonna call it there. So have a good one, guys. I'll see you on the next one. Later.